going on, everybody? I've got another Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra video for you, and this one is all about the official Samsung cases for the S25 Ultra. As you see, I've got my titanium gray here. Give it a quick wipe down. Let me put this box right side up as well, why not? So these are all ordered from the Samsung website. I've got the Kindsuit case. Of course, it's a fake leather. I don't think I'm going to be using this, because if I'm going to be using a leather case, it's going to be real leather. Really wish Lumasi made cases for the Galaxy. They say they will, but we'll see when that ends up happening. I've got the standing grip case. So of course, this is in the camel color, and I've got the standing grip case here in gray. Try to get different colors for everything. I've got the clear case. I was told there's a clear case with a charging ring, a magnetic charging ring on the back for Samsung. I didn't see that during the pre-orders. It's probably on there somewhere. I don't know, but this was what was available. So this is the clear case from Samsung. We've got the silicone case, which I've liked these over the years for the most part. A little bit sticky for your pockets, taking them in and out of jeans, but I got this one in the light blue color. And finally, we have the rugged case, which I think only came in one color. This, I guess, is a black. But we'll check it out. In fact, let's start with that, since that's what's in my hand at the moment. The rugged case, and you've got some stickers on the top. You can just pull this up here and it'll rip the stickers for you. And here it is. If you're wondering what's on the back of the box, it just tells you what kind of case you got, the price, etc. And inside you have a booklet kind of demonstrating how to use this case. I'm not sure anybody reads booklets that come with phone cases. So the rugged case, take this out of its packaging here, and you see how it looks. It's got this sort of frosted, I was going to say glass, frosted look here on the sides. Of course, that's going to be a plastic, but it's a very sturdy and high quality plastic. And on the back here, kind of a ridged design. You can feel that. Sounds like you're scratching some records. And on the top here, you've got a cutout for the mic, and you've got some cutouts on the bottom as well for your USB-C port for your speaker and for your S Pen. So this does look like it's going to offer some good protection. The phone is already quite large, so I would personally not use this as a daily case, because I don't want this much bulk on my phone. But if you were going to be going out hiking or going to be outdoors or whatever, staying quite active, and you wanted to make sure you've got protection for your phone, I think this would be a good one. So let's check this one out. Slide the phone inside of here, and here's how it looks from the front. And on the sides here, see how this looks. Buttons are very nice and clicky, perfectly placed. Here's how it looks on the back. You kind of have this, I don't know if it's metal, but it looks like a metal ring around the camera housing, giving it a little bit of added raised protection here. If you can tell as I twist the phone a little bit, you can see that there's maybe a millimeter or so of protection. You can still see the color of the phone a little bit, which is nice. And you see the flash and all of your camera lenses there. On the top, this is how it looks with the phone in the case. On the side, again, that sort of frosted look. And from the bottom. And here's how it looks on the other side from the front. I'll put my pin in here. And here is how that looks. So this is the rugged case from Samsung for the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. You see kind of the raised-ish lip going around the front of the phone. So you've got good protection here. You can drop it like that and not going to have to worry about anything. Some good shock absorption right on the corners as well. So if it's protection that you're after without really caring too much about how it looks or how bulky it's going to feel, this is definitely a case to consider from Samsung. And as you saw on the back of the box, it retails for $59.99. You can get some pre-order deals, and who knows, maybe they'll be discounted somewhere like on Amazon. I'll try to find the best discounts I can, and I'm going to have links to all of these products in the description for you. All right, up next, we've got the silicone case for the S25 Ultra. Here's how it looks on the back. It retails for $29.99. $29. The box and the packaging just about exactly the same as the rugged case we just looked at. And opening this up, and here we have it. It looks quite nice. I like this light blue color. Of course, if you have the titanium silver blue, I believe that's the name, color of S25 Ultra, I guess this pairs or matches perfectly. I think it's going to look great also on my titanium gray. Really like the touch of this sort of metal ring around the camera rings. Really gives it a bit more elegance. Really nice here. Let's take a look around the case. Of course, all your normal cutouts. It's closed all the way through. I tend to prefer open bottom cases a little bit, especially if I'm getting leather or something. But in a silicone case, this does make sense. You've got a sort of hard shell that you can feel on the inside. It says designed by Samsung, made in China. And you have silicone buttons as well. So let's throw our device onto here and see how it looks. Voila, the silicone case for the S25 Ultra from Samsung. And taking a look around, of course, nothing here. It's just completely flush. On this side, you're going to have your buttons, as mentioned, the power button and the volume rocker. On the bottom, you've got all your cutouts. You've got the USB-C port cutout, and of course, speaker grill and S Pen. Camera's having a hard time focusing here. Sorry about that. And on the back, really nice contrast here between that titanium gray. You don't really see too much of it anyway. It's mainly covered by these camera lenses, but a nice contrast between the titanium gray and the light blue of this silicone case. Kind of a raised-ish lip here, but the silicone case is going to give you the best sort of grip if that's what you're looking for. I think the happy medium is maybe like a leather case, not as slippery as a clear case, but not as clingy as a silicone case. Silicone cases, of course, sometimes are stage 4 clingers. You see kind of a line here, manufacturing line. I don't know if you can quite get that on camera. You can a little bit, and it shows up mainly at certain angles. It doesn't bother me or anything, but testing these buttons, they are as clicky as you would expect. So really nice case here from Samsung. You have a bit of a raised protection a little bit for the camera lenses as well. It's almost flush with the lenses, but it's a little bit, ever so slightly higher than those lenses. Would not worry about putting the phone down on either side. Should give you some moderate protection with a little bit more style and sleekness than that rugged case. Moving right along, we've got the clear case from Samsung for the S25 Ultra. By now, you get the picture of how the packaging looks. This one retails for $24.99. Here's how it looks on the front. The side, it tells you what kind of case you got. Let's open this up. And you've got your clear case. Really nice kind of hard shell here. It's mainly a shell sort of design. Very, very lightweight. This is definitely the lightest feeling of the cases that we've tried so far. Again, I guess they have this nice little touch here on all of the S25 Ultra cases, this sort of middle looking ring to protect the camera lenses. It's an open bottom design for this one, as you can see. Open bottom, a cutout on the top for your microphones, and of course you've got some buttons here on the side. So let's throw this onto our S25 Ultra. Of course, I always just feel like these completely hard shells, I don't know, I just always fear that they're going to scratch the metal chassis of the phone, but of course they do not. The metal is, and the titanium in this case, should be a lot harder, of course, than the plastic. Should not cause any scratches, but here's how it looks. It's actually quite nice. It gives it more of a glossy look. So if you want your phone to look more like it has a glossy back, kind of like the S10 series, which still might be the best design series for the Samsung Galaxy lineup, this is how that's going to look. And here it looks from the side. You've got that kind of like the silicone case, bit of a tiny raised sort of backing here around the camera lenses to add protection. I think the rugged case had a little bit more of a raised sort of protection here, ring around the camera lenses. And the top, here's how it looks on the bottom. As I said, it's an open design. Buttons, clicky. Buttons have been perfect on all the cases so far. And you've got your sort of raised-ish lip as well. So minimal protection, but enough protection. If you dropped it on its face, you're going to be fine, unless, of course, it's from a little bit of distance, and then, of course, you risk damage to the phone. But I would call this light to moderate protection. Not quite as much as the silicone case, and, of course, not as much as the rugged case. But depending on your taste, you might find that this looks the best. It really does not add much bulk. Very thin. Really nice case, honestly. This is a nice case and a nice phone, although maybe some fingerprints will show a little bit more because of the glossiness. So that's the Samsung clear case for the S25 Ultra. And we've got 2 cases left to go here. Up next is the standing grip case, which I think will be a little bit popular for the S25 Ultra. This one is going to run you about $55 retail. And you by now have memorized what the packaging looks like for these cases. So let's open it right up. Oh, looks like I ripped that one a little bit. Not sure how. And here you have your grip case. And of course, all of these come with a booklet that kind of shows you how to use the case. Who cares about that? I think you can figure it out. And once again, it kind of goes with that same aesthetic in terms of that ring around the camera lenses. That is kind of metallic looking and should offer some protection. Looks nice. This year, what we have different, really interesting. The sides of the case are transparent, kind of like the clear case that we just showed you. In fact, the bottom is open just like that clear case. So it's almost like it's a clear case with this maybe glued onto the back, I guess. The standing grip dynamic here. Kind of glued onto the back of the case is what it looks like. So this looks exactly like the clear case. I don't know if this is a manufacturing shortcut or what. I could be wrong. I'm not sure, but that's what it looks like. If you had the cases, you would agree with that. So this is what the standing grip case can do for you. You see the grip here, and I think if you push it down and it clicks into place and can become a stand for you as well. And then when you're done with that, I think you can pull it back up. There you go. Buttons on the side, cutouts where you need to have them, and of course an open bottom as mentioned. So get the phone in here and check this standing grip case out. And here's how it looks like. Standing grip case, looking clear on the top, on the bottom, and on the sides. Not like the frosted look from the rugged case. It's just clear top, bottom, and side. Here's how it looks from the front. Really just looks like it's the clear case from the front, doesn't it? So here's how it looks on the back. I mean, it's a nice looking case. Kind of have this partial S design on the standing grip portion that we're used to. Of course, this color is going to match with any color of S25 Ultra that you get. The protection you're going to get on the camera lenses will be much like the silicone case and the clear case, almost exactly like it in fact. And the protection lip here, as you can see, just about exactly like the clear case and much like the silicone case. So let's test this out just a little bit here. Click this into place. See your fingers slide in through here, and you can use the phone pretty naturally. I think my natural position is a little bit lower on the phone as far as my grip on here, but this is probably not a case I'm going to use anyway. But testing the stand function seems to work just fine. Show you this view here. So the stand and everything about this case looks to be working exactly as intended. So that's the standing grip case for the S25 Ultra in gray. Oh, and before we go, I'll show you that, of course, you can use your S Pen. There's an obvious cutout there for the S Pen. So there you have it. Open bottom, but a separate cutout for that S Pen. All right, and finally, we've got our Kindsuit case. I believe that's how it's pronounced. This is the fake leather case from Samsung. A little bit gimmicky if you ask me. $55 and not even real leather is ridiculous, and I'm going to call that out every single time, especially considering the hides from ethically sourced leather are hides that we're going to be disposed of anyway. So this one is in the sort of camel brown color, and let's see what kind of a job Samsung did with these. Open it up here. And we are greeted with our case, which, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty reasonable in terms of how leather looks, but clearly kind of a fake, cheaper looking leather. Yeah, feels reasonably soft, but certainly more like a $10 to $15 case than a $55 one, if you ask me. Of course, if you really, really want a leather look and feel that isn't quite 100% the look and feel of leather, and you really want the case to be a first-party OEM case from Samsung, then this is an option for you. Otherwise, I'm not sure who else is going to go with these Kindsuit cases. It's a fully covered case here. You see it's closed at the bottom with all the requisite cutouts. At the top as well, you've got your cutout for the microphone, and you've got these sort of metallic buttons, which is a nice touch, kind of an orangey color, which actually reminds me a lot of my S24 Plus. Samsung branding here emblazoned on the bottom, and nothing, of course, on this side. So let's throw this onto our phone, or throw our S25 Ultra into the case, I should say. And here's how it looks from the front. A nice looking case overall. Gives it that sort of camel colored tan border from the front. The raised lip here is a little bit more than you're going to find with the clear case, and a little bit more than you find with the standing grip case. So maybe even a little bit more than the silicone case, but it'll be comparable to that silicone case. So a nice little distance here on the front in terms of how much it is raised. And here are the cutouts on the back. I can tell you that looks perfect. Apologies for the poor autofocus here. I'm using the app that came with the Shure mic. The Shure microphones are supposed to be the best, or some of the best, and you need the app to ensure 100% that it works, that the video works on certain devices, and that the microphone actually comes through on that video. So anyway, you don't want to hear about all that. I will probably use the regular camera app next time and deal with the microphone situation another way. It's a little bit clearer here. You see the cutouts. They're all perfect on these cases. There are no discrepancies whatsoever. You can take your S Pen out. Here you go. S Pen. Let's write with it here. Kind. Terrible handwriting. Suit case. And on the back, I would say that the protection you get around the camera lenses is exactly the same as we got with the clear case, the silicone case, and the standing grip case, which is to say very minimal, but enough so that you're not going to be worried if you somewhat carelessly kind of drop your phone onto a desk or something. Not going to have any problems there. And of course, on the front, it's also pretty well protected. Color contrast here, quite nice. You got your camel color, and you got your titanium gray. That's about it, guys. These have been all of the cases from Samsung for the S25 Ultra. Once again, I will have links in the description to where you can pick every single one of these cases up. More S25 coverage on the way. Appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you in the next video.